Sambal.
But it really comes back to, yeah, I like that. But it really comes back to how Impunity were playing. They had that Death Ball and they were going to push. And the way you beat Death Ball is by split pushing, right? And they had the Liu Bang and that was perfectly played.
Okay.
Oh, this PB is making my heart hurt.
Okay, let me tap your back. But BSE, they still let the Maishironi go. They really are willing to trade that, but they get the Arlie and the Algren, mind you.
Two big power picks. One for the jungle. I mean, it could be flexed into the Clash lane. We do not know yet. For BSE to do a solidified pick for the Orgrin this early on would not surprise me, but they are going to go for the counter that is the Musashi, so we're going to have two high-frame heroes, the Mai Shiranui and the Musashi. They trade over the Lady Sun for themselves. Princess Frost, however, is going to be a bit of a troublemaker, right? Because you can see the Orgrin go in with the Path of Passing, use the Conductor of Souls, and then place down the Winter is Coming. You're trying to lock in the Musashi and the Mai Shiranui and slowing them down.
Yeah, it's a bit of difficult kind of... it requires timing for the Frigid Presence to be used effectively if you're up against slippery heroes such as the Musashi and the Mai Shiranui. But in the hands of BSC, I think they would know how to force everything out. But we've seen some Princess Frost games of today, mainly not focusing on the magic damage, more like a tank kind of a utility, man. Like it grants something else, but not dying as quickly, but it aids so much in team fights.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Princess Frost, right, is that you don't have to put many resources in, you kind of just relying on those skills, rather. That's why the Arlie makes sense in the early part, because this is a very resource-heavy hero. This, not so much, because all you need to do, get level 4, get your Winter is Coming, get your Frigid Prisons, and then just hope you can land those trick shots. But let's look at the last little bit of the bans there. So BSE going for a bit of a power move here, banning out the Lu Bang themselves and the Motsu, and then over to the side of Impunity, because there is no Clash lane on the side of BSE just yet. Elaine and Dharma, they do go for the Byron once more.
Well, better pair for Arlie. Zhang Fei, of course. Will they go for the Dolia? Will they go for the Space Creators of this one? We've seen games. We know we just want to pair something better for this Arlie. So we're just looking for a chance here on what could be the better option, because Impunity might steal it. Because they have trimmed down the Ming, they trimmed down the Motsu as well. Wow, BSE eyes on the possible pair here for this Lady Sun.
Oh, so the screen kind of told the story there. We got a little bit of a sneak peek, but the Taiyan and the Mai Yin, obviously we need the Mai Yin to get into the back line, onto the Arlie, onto the Princess Frost to kind of just get those two out of the way before the rest of your crew roll in. And the Taiyan kind of makes sense, right? Because if you're going to be sticking around with the Lady Sun, the Sashi, or the Mai Shiranui, you're just going to be giving up those big heals, right? And you kind of need that to sustain the Orgrin. But man, we haven't seen this combo for quite some time. Liampo and Orgrin.
Yeah, and Arlie as well. I'm loving it, yeah. Pick my hero, BSE. And this, with you pointing out the Mayin up against the Arlie, they require so much great timing. The best counter for Arlie is crowd control. If you catch the Arlie, be sure you have more ways to answer and react quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it earlier. I think it was on 90 on Team Vitality. His Mayin went very well. So it is one of those heroes that is just able to deny those great damage dealers into the early team fights, which it's her whole objective. That is her MO. That is her reason, her sole purpose on the Gorge, is to make sure that your team fights are a lot easier so you can get into the backline.
Yeah, now Team BSE is on a match point. Will Impunity get a chance or even a bite out of the series, or will this be a sweep for BSE?
Well, only time will tell, but I do like the fact that they've gone for the Musashi. Musashi has had a lot of hate recently, been put into the ban box a lot of the times. We haven't seen him. I'm going to go and hesitate that maybe day 3 we didn't see him at all.
Yeah.
Ever since Falcons is upset with those 3 matches of Musashi and all of them not going too well. But hey, let's see how Impunity fix up with Lin Bang on the Musashi.
Yeah, and with this point of an adjustment for Impunity, you have the Musashi, you have a long kind of reach to have a way to punish the Arlie quickly. And this would put also a great combination with the Mai Shiranui as well. So this kind of lineup, again, takes a lot of time, tempo-based, and if you get the right chords quickly against BSE, it would mean so much, again, for team fight. So this is like a question for Impunity. When will be the right time to strike? Because at some moments there in game number 1, some errors they were holding on. The reaction time of BSE is just too quick.
Yeah, I feel like the two main differences here in terms of story is there's a lot of room for error on the side of Impunity, but not so much on the side of BSC. They've got a lot of safe picks, and that's probably going to show into these team fights towards the early game.
Yeah. Okay, early game, this will also start on how the early would really shine, and it takes a lot of moments as well. Both tempo-based, by the way, guys. Lady Sun in the early, no, it requires a lot of time as well. If you get more kills, go ahead. But we've seen some games that early goes in aggressive, but that's really a big mistake to commit if you're up against this kind of lineup. You would not be doing that.
No, yeah. I mean, I think the thing that's...
Top lane, the force
top
suppression,
lane.
the flash away. He used the Storm Strike till he slowed him down. Xiang will survive.
Yes, a little bit too close for comfort there. We don't want to be taking down Xiang, because he's not going to be able to actually be that absent from these team fights, right? He doesn't have the battle command for the Liu Bang.
Oh.
He is Byron.
Yeah. And you have the damage you have sustain as well. A better kind of distraction. Xiang has been a great way things of setting up a call across the map. They have more, what? They know how to attack macro-wise. They take Impunity to take lesser objectives as well. In team fights, they don't want to commit.
Yeah, you can kind of see here Musan King's just trying to get as much resources as possible so we can start to see those big defensive items come through, especially the Blazing Cape to kind of counter Taiyan's heal. But then we want to see the stuff of Eye of the Phoenix so we can get the HP regen.
Look at how BSC are working around Musan King. Actually, JR had moved to the jungle to kind of help Musan King go a little bit faster, but the launch it forward. Oh, somehow survives. Jihong somehow survives with this one. With the winner is here, zoning them away. How did Jihong not die after that gank attempt?
Yeah, good thing she or he has the flash as well, so a great way for safety. But yeah, that was still a miracle how the Princess Frost survived.
Yep, clearly a weatherman. He put that and said it with pure... He knew that that was coming through. The confidence of it, the prediction of snow was definitely on the cards there, and it saved his life. But right now, like you were saying there, Musan King has been funneled by his teammates, and this is what we saw with Alpha.
Oh, goes in again. Jihong, he's going to be giving up the first blood this time. I actually thought it was a replay if he survived. I wasn't so sure because it looked very similar to the first gank attempt.
Oh, deja vu.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, there was like some doubts of Polo coming in to cast that one.
Where's the black cat? Where's the black cat? I'm looking for it.
Turn your shirt upside down or something. Because,
Yeah.
guys, they have been doing the same thing. It's just so precise for BSE. And to this, the first item that Xiong got is just a Grand Staff. We've seen the Princess Frost being built for utility and maybe a tank, but this, they're gonna go aggressive with magic damage as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the call, right? There's quite a bit of... Well, the magic damage for the side of BSC is what they need, right? So you see up here trying to get that first turret. They've got the first blood, so first turret is only naturally going to fall there. But Xiang is looking to trade the one up into the clash lane as well, just to make that mirror play and the kind of hesitation between those two lanes a little bit more not one-sided.
Yeah, he's just... This is the Xian things, right? The Xian things we have seen in game number 1, still doing the same thing, yeah, but Byron is like a different version. But it's still the same thing. They're controlling every part of this game slowly, even though like the goal is still the same with Impunity, but they really like to play with the map here.
Yeah, I feel like the motto for going against Xiang should be nobody should leave baby in the corner, because if he's left in the corner, he's just going to go crazy and self-destruct.
Yeah, I don't want. I want to be in that situation, because if Impunity would have the tools to do so, they need to be sure who to target here, like either the Princess Frost or the Arlie. But so far, the positioning of JR in this Arlie has been totally right on point, and this kind of zone that the Princess Frost can do, I think it really works wonders in terms of like recovery in team fights, and even like lost game scenarios.
Yeah, you can kind of see here that they're trying to go for the T1 into the farm lane just to make sure that those both side lane turrets match each other. And it's going to work. They are going to go into the invade of the enemy jungle. Musan King trying to get some more of that fat stacks for himself.
Yeah, Lianpo guide, everybody. Somehow, I still use like the ultimate first and flash, and I am very aggressive roamer. Sometimes my team is just too far. I just want to get some setups. Like, where are you guys? Like, no, we're too far, man. Like, some sort of a commitment. That's a guide for you for the Lianpo. And this is a combination that, again, what we were trying to elaborate. Like, we haven't seen this combo not really much in the HOK scene, and we're just happy to see here in the VSC making wonders in this lineup.
Yeah, I mean, the Liempo used to shortly follow with the Ogryn pick, right? It was what Masashi would get picked as the counter, then you'd get the Ogryn, and then you'd get the Liempo at the same team, just to kind of like tremor smash the Masashi down.
Oh, perfect. Okay, still building with the magic items, but wow, 2 items in already. For the ARC, you have the Doomsday and the Shadow Ripper as well.
Yeah.
Almost like a fast forward, like skip intro on how to get the 3rd item right away.
Yeah, you can kind of see why Lady Sun's only got the Eternity Blade coming through, because he's gone for the 2nd tier item, Meteor, just for the armor penetration for the Liempo and the Ogryn.
Okay, I have the Phoenix still sustaining that, but this will really come in check on how they want to deal with team. It only shows, like, right, guys, and you were in your screens, Impunity is really respecting the damage, but if they lose every minute against BSE, this is just a growing situation for the Arlie. They have been busy rotating around and stealing camps. Oh no,
X-Hero cartwheels over the wall, the path of passing, not enough with the Death Precipice, and BSE have gone around. I mean, if anything, they've gotten vision, but they're not going to do too much here. They have 2 members of Impunity looking to defend this one, BSE looking to make it happen. They're looking to take out the top T2 at least.
Yeah, love the teleport as well, coming in from Siam. They really shook a movement out of the Maya Shinri because they know she was completely missing. And Impunity is going in for a push as well, down bottom.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? I mean, they are getting T2 switching across the map, but BSC seem to be a little bit more confident with overextending, right? They know that if they do meet anybody, the Liempo can help, the Princess Frost can zone, and then Ogryn can just be left to his own devices.
Scary to think about. Like, the goal is still not being the lead of everybody.
No.
But so far, like, in terms of the map-wise, Impunity is trying to adapt, but they need to be careful. The moment that they're losing any chance to strike here, yeah, BSE completely reacts quickly. This is a damage buff, by the way.
Yeah, so methodical, right? We saw there, they pushed the minion wave into the mid lane at T1, right? They knew that Impunity had to take that down or they would lose the T1 into the mid lane. They've lost the T2 now, but it opened up the Tyrant to be ease of use for BSE.
Another turret taken as well. Might take time because it's still not enhanced though, the Overlord, so they were willing to give it out. But in terms of damage, yeah, they're more online to address, so even having 2 main core items for this Arlie alone. So eyes on the mid lane, guys.
Eyes on the mid lane, JR already doing some early damage onto the turret there, just trying to be like, hey, we can chip it away, let's bring them over to this brush where they don't think Liempo and Princess Frost are going to be hiding. Kind of putting this bit up, we see that Musang King is just trying to get some more resources, because last time we checked his itemization, he only had Eye of the Phoenix, no Blazing Cape for the Kaya.
Musang King now up in front, spots it out, gets the Death Precipice onto Lin Feng, slows him down. Oh, here we go with the whatever, and he gets serious, essentially, but the launch up by Jay with the Tremor Smash, but Lin Feng is actually going to fall. Zay is going to be, oh, he somehow survives. They have the stop, X-Hero, cartwheels to safety. He's going to be fine. Musang King is very low as well, but they've gotten a single kill, and man, did they earn it.
Loving that setup that Zay and Zihong did. That Tremor Smash, he was waiting for the right moment, and when he knew the Winter is here was set up against 2, that 2-man got caught in his ultimate. Yeah, that was a complete red signal for Impunity to fall back.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of an intel check there for Impunity, right? Like, they didn't decide to go onto the Ogryn because they knew that the Conductor of Souls had not been exhausted yet. So it was like, hey, if we take this bait, he's going to get us and get us hard. He has the Eye of the Phoenix, and obviously the healing from that would be a lot more decisive in that 1v1 if they were to ever take place. But right now we're seeing BSE take that enhanced Tyrant for themselves, so even more power.
Bro, Xian goes in, Storm Strike, they've got the launch up with a Burst Ram. Lin Feng looking to go with a Force Field Suppression, but it's not enough, and sorry, Lin Feng is down, and BSE looking to push this down. They've got the numbers advantage, they have the minions, they've gotten a T1 mid.
Yeah, the range of BSE is just too far, and it's very mobile, and they got Lin Feng out of position, considering it just got the Tyrant. Enhanced one, by the way.
Yeah, an Enhanced Tyrant, and they're going to go for the Enhanced Overlord, even though they have the debuff into the jungle. We see the Mayans trying to close that out there, but I don't think that will take place because of Fire, and Siang is very proactive on those macro plays. Gotta be careful here.
Yeah, I gotta commend the game sense of Siang, because he know if someone was missing, he'd just go back and check his lanes. Yeah, this is my garden. Nobody touch my flowers here. I know what to do, and this is like becoming a problem. Yeah, one dude, one player alone and he just does wonders along.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of the Byron, right? He's kind of just like going from A to B, A to B, A to B, and then when there's a team fight, he's traveling from A, go into B, and then go to C back into his lanes. And you can kind of see it's very methodical by the side of BSE, and it's working treats. They are above by about 3k gold for now, and it's not looking as strong for Impunity in this game too, right?
I'm really learning stuff, man. Clash Lane is like my least role in my games. For those of you watching, follow this. This is how you roll, man. You have the Byron and you have the Liu Bang as well. Yeah, do it. Greater crowd control. If you think Clash Lanes need to be in fights, no. See, it's like, this is how to do it. This is how to do it.
That's it. But you've also got to set it up really early as well, right? You can't just be like, hey, I'm just going to stay in my Clash lane, and then I'm not going to expect the enemy jungle to come and take me 2v1, right?
I think I know where you're coming from. For those of you Clashes out there, a fight is well start though.
Yeah,
but
thought about going in, but
commit?
Jay's he's going to be a little hesitant. All they want to do is just kind of scurry them away, kind of pick off the top T3, which they do, and it looks like they're going to kind of back off. They did get value out of that Shadow Vanguard.
Another turret, a very important defense by, or from Impunity. This is just a very hard borderline to cross, man. Like BSE being so dominant in terms of the defense, all the cards correctly. Yeah, they need to be sure on when, on who to target here. Impunity is really trying. Who do you target against BSE?
The first ram, they found Lin Feng. He takes a lot of damage. He's gonna just kind of go in. He does a little bit damage in return onto Jay, but they use the ultimate shell in the bottom lane to kind of clear the creeps. But again, they're trying to push in, BSE putting pressure on all lanes.
Yeah, I love how Musen King uses those path of passings, right? He doesn't use, most players go path of passing, go straight over it. He puts a path of passing down just to play mind games with you. He's like, oh, am I gonna go over? Am I coming over? Can I stay? And then doesn't do anything. He's just like, no, I'm gonna put pressure down to this high ground turret.
And bro, that sets up like a psychological test. Yeah, man. It creates hesitation against Impunity's front line. Like, it's so hard even to penetrate. And who's gonna be up front here? X-Hero? Megumi? It's just so hard to take advantage of. Like, if you do want to cross, it could be your slide of death, or you have more ways to deal with that. Because looking at the items here, I think the Princess Frost is more happy to get that Venomous Staff out of the region of IMP, and they're more happy to deal with this. A Tyrant available as well.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, though. I mean, they can kind of put all the anti-heal into the Princess Frost, right? The Venomous Staff is not going to make heads or tails if that's her first item, but give it. Orgrin's always going to have the anti-heal for the Blazing Cape as well, so it's not a detriment for the side.
On the backside, Jay looking to go. He can't actually find anything with the Tremor Smash. He's going to take a lot of damage, and Impunity all on the run, but Xiang did find Lin Feng. Dodges over the wall with the extreme speed. He's continuing to fight. He's been knocked up again. He does have the shield one last time. Do they have the damage that they do? They slice him down. Lin Feng is down for 40 seconds, and this is an opening for BSE.
An opening there is. No Lin Feng out of position once more. Overlord. Enhanced, by the way, available at almost like a second.
Jay. He dodges it. Jay survives with that clutch flash.
Can't touch this. Perfect.
I mean, that would have really hurt, right? Because he has the Starbreaker now as well on the Lady Sun, so that's a big anti-tank item coming through. But speaking of coming through, it is BSE with this minion wave trying to take the high ground turret into the bottom lane. They take it as well.
Oh, nice little notch up. Xiaolin trying to slow things down. They do have the minions, and it looks like the mid T3 has been taken out. The base is wide open.
I love how you put that through, man, because it's just so hard for Impunity and how to counter this. They're really opening up so much. And look at the borderline. Will they go for the objective, though?
Oh, Megumi. Up has already been taken out. That's all the damage. Jihong, he's got the stasis, but Lin Feng is going to be killed as well. They have the launch up with the Storm Strike, and Xiang is cleaning them out. Musan King is looking to go, but it looks like the X-Hero. This might have been a little personal. He was trying to go for JR, and X-Hero's down for as well. Megumi's been stuck and locked into place. BSE will move on. They've got game 2 with that ace, and BSE with the victory.
That was clean. That was BSE that we know, isn't it? That draft really helped them there, and they knew that they had to draft something that they're a little bit more aggressive with.
That is so precise. Very clean. Since game number 1, we have been so amazed how BSE perform. Of the moment you think that they're gone, forget about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of thumbs, and it's like, hey, I'm J. I'm
Yeah.
the only one J.
Yeah.
I'm the only J.
I'm the only one. Yeah. Be
yeah.
sure to remember that. And this is a very devastating loss as well from Impunity.
Yeah, after that phenomenal game one, right? But we did say it though, that game one was going to be a demoralizing thing to come back from because they put everything, they were firing on all cylinders in game one.
Yeah, and this we would really hear some thoughts coming from the winning team. So I am just interested in how their composure went. So let's throw it over to a stage together with Black SHREW Esports.